I've been around this loop before, and I do it all again, and I do it all again.
If you're wondering why you're blocking a manifestation in some area of your life, and I say that because it doesn't mean that you're blocking manifestation in every area of your life. You can have your relationship running smoothly, but your financial abundance can be dwindling simultaneously. So when one of your energetic portals feels clogged, look at where you are avoiding. Where are you in a pattern of avoidance? Is it a pile in your room? For me, recently, this last week, it's been an unpacked suitcase. I came back from a beautiful trip in Italy, and frankly, it was hard for me to move on from it. And my last connection to it was the suitcase full of beautiful clothes that reminded me of my trip and the outfits that I wore, and going to the beach and a dinner in the piazza and all of those beautiful things. And it wasn't malice, maybe a little bit of laziness, but nonetheless I was avoiding settling into my new reality because really I wasn't really getting anything from the unpacked suitcase. And I felt how that created a disempowering energetic. So inevitably, we are always going to be procrastinating some area of our life at some time because generally we never get to the end of our to-do list. That being said, just because we can't knock off everything on our lists all the time, it doesn't mean that we're in a pattern of avoidance. We can only do so much in a day, and sometimes it is good to let things go and leave them for another day. Sometimes we're in a high-powered work mode, sometimes we're in a high-powered relational mode, sometimes we're thriving creatively, and we're not always doing all of those things at the same time. But patterns of avoidance where we keep walking by something, we keep thinking about a conversation that we'd like to have with someone, something that we'd like to tell them, if those things are lingering and repeating and circling back in our consciousness, they are weakening our psyche. When we see them pass by in our thoughts and we refuse to engage or to confront or to be curious or to interact with that thought pattern, when we decide not to take action, we are signaling to our unconscious and to our souls that I'm not ready, I'm not good enough to confront this, I'm not equipped, I'm not able to handle this challenge, this thing that feels threatening to me for whatever reason. And when you're in that place of avoidance, you're signaling to the universe a low self-worth frequency. So if you're feeling blocked in some area of your life, wealth, friendship, just general lifestyle, your day-to-day is not what you'd like it to be, and you know what you're calling in and it's not coming through, look at where you are avoiding. Is it a conversation? Is it a form to fill out? Is it a financial organization initiative that you're meaning to take? Is it a task or errand that someone's asked you to do them as a favor that you've agreed to, but you haven't followed through on? Is it something around the house? Is it a creative leap that asks you to put yourself out there in public? Or is it just a really civil conversation that you need to have with somebody to clear the air for both of you? Because you can put something like that off until another day and it will survive. And there are times where it is good to wait until we feel in alignment with the action that we're meant to take. But in the meantime, these things that are meant for us, that we're trying to call in, they're just behind that clogged artery. Because the avoidance is like closing the valve and saying, no, I don't have the faith or the willingness to show up to what's in my life right now. And so we might be blocking out that confrontation or that task that we're avoiding, but we're also blocking out the abundance, the peace, the prosperity, the joy, the fun, the romance that we're calling in. So I ask you today, where in your life are you not satisfyingly manifesting? Where in your life are you avoiding? Now, presume that those two forces might be connected even if you don't see the relationship. Seek to clear up that misunderstanding or that procrastination that you've been putting off, and watch, observe if that has a positive correlation and butterfly effect on the area in your life where you're trying to manifest. Please let me know in the comments when you make these shifts, when you watch these results come in. It's so helpful for me, but also for the fellow members in this community to have the positive reinforcement of knowing that we're all collectively putting these efforts in place. And when magic comes of that, it bolsters all of our faith and, our willingness to communicate the changes that are happening for us. So let's keep the dialogue open, and I will continue to show up in this way, this loosely formatted way, through the Laurel Loop offering. So the Laurel Loop are, daily messages that I intended to bring my community for free as a gift, as an offering, as something that I wanted to keep that channel open for Tour de Soul. And they've gone through a couple of permutations since I started. And originally it was really meant to be a place for me to channel messages from my spirit guides daily, the way I ask for messages for myself every day. But I also have so much to share on specific topics from my own experience and learning that instead of making that a separate category, I'd like to funnel that through the Laurel Loop as well. So I'm trying it out. I always give myself permission to experiment and stay open to new evolution. So let me know if you like these different formats, and some days it might be just more short messages, but the more open and flexible it is for me, the more likely I am to keep showing up in my genuine authenticity and inspiration. Talk to you soon. Please subscribe to this channel to show your support. Please share this friend with a video. Please share this video with a friend if it resonated with you and you think it could be helpful to them, because it sure is helpful to me when you communicate this with others. Thanks so much.
I've been around this loop before, and I do it